And seconded to approve the consent agenda items. Any further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Don?
Yes.
Robin?
Yes.
William?
Yes.
Items of business before the board. Protest. Tax protest hearing. We will open the tax protest hearing at 8:33. Do we need to swear in Casey first, Katie, or do you want to do that after our first one?
However, I can swear in Paula and Casey. It's up to you guys.
That works. We'll have you swear those in.
Okay. Casey, I'll start with you. I, Casey Krakow,
I, Casey Crico,
do solemnly, sincerely, and truly
do solemnly, sincerely, and truly
declare and affirm the evidence I shall give
declare and affirm the evidence I shall give
shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Paula. I, Paula Brown,
I, Paula Brown,
do solemnly, sincerely,
do solemnly and sincerely
and truly declare
and truly declare
and affirm the evidence I shall give
and affirm in the evidence I shall give
shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yep.
All right. First protest on the agenda is Terry Paul Brown Living Trust. I'm looking for a protest number here.
These don't have numbers on them. So the red tab is where it starts.
Okay.
And then there's the photos and everything there. And then if you go to the green tab, that's with the changes that Paula and Taylor worked on. So you'll see the current and future. Then the yellow tab right before the green tab, sorry, is the little informational instructions that come with the Form 402 or 425. And then the next red tab is the other one we have.
Would you like to speak, Paul?
Yeah. I know taxes
You
and
want to come up?
Oh,
first?
yes. I know taxes are needed and whatnot, and the state is requiring a lot of this. But we've been in a drought, like we all know. And then the storm of January 22nd at 6 p.m. came through our place and did a lot of damage. So between the drought and this storm, our ranch has been hit pretty good. We're already down on numbers on cattle due to the drought, and now I'm really watching the pastures because of the washing. It literally moved hills. So if you look even on the side of the hills and into the draws, it moved dirt, it moved soil down. It has allowed the natural grass to be clean, but it's done a lot of damage. And that's what you'll see in the pictures. It's the day after I got back from the meeting here at Harrisburg. And then the next day when we went and checked fence lines. And the increases in our taxes and whatnot there's some significant ones. And I know they have to be, but they're too much. But I understand you have to do what you have to do, but I'm still going to say, due to the drought and the And the washing of the hail and rain and filling up our draws, our land got hit pretty darn hard. And wiped out crops too. And I did, there's pictures prior to June 22nd of how the drought was, which we all are living through. And it is nice to see green because that hail gave us a little bit of moisture. So you gotta take the evil with the good, and the good out of that was the nitrates from that hail really did soak in and help what grass is there grow. And the ears you see is Dale.
Oh, there's one you should frame.
Actually, I like that one too.
Yeah.
And that creature died many years ago. And the pictures are hard to see. I think there is a slideshow that shows it better.
Do you have any green grass at all? Or you just like everybody else?
There is some green grass, thank goodness. And the storm last night, the little bit of rain we got last night is helping.
When was your fire?
The first one was in 2020, the second one was in 2020, and the third one was in 2023. August and for the 2020 fires and November for the 2023 fire. And if you look in those dams, there's a lot of that soot still from the fires.
You two have questions for Colin?
I do not. At this time, I don't, but I,
Go ahead and review. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Paul. Casey, your recommendation on this?
These are a little bit different than the other protests because they're damaged real property. If you remember the one we had a few years ago, this is more on you guys. We have this spreadsheet, and it has the current values. And then the ones in red are with the changes that Paula and Taylor worked on.
But that spreadsheet should be right by the little yellow tabby.
Yeah.
Right on that. And here's your black and white side.
it's black and white.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. I was looking for colors.
I was too.
It'll still say assessor and, all right.
It's okay, mine's also.
And then we have the percentage there too.
I did we were fixing fence on top, and I did take a picture of our, where we have to go down this hill, and I wish I would have blown out on this, but this is how our hills are looking.
So this spreadsheet is your recommendation, Casey, correct?
That's with the changes, just to show the percentage. Because if you'll read the next one, it has like the definitions of what the significant property damage means. That is the yellow tab.
It's a little bit of green. A little bit. That's what we really wanted to see.
She was like, damn, you like.
Is it on there?
So the biggest one was a 10% recommended reduction on 2608,
Yep.
and that is based upon,
On that one, if you turn to the GIS sheet, there should be a sheet right behind the actual, yeah, so the next one. So this one, this here, that's a dam.
okay,
So basically, all of this is all.
Wasteland.
Like runoff.
Okay.
Hills, it's holding water, it's not really gonna be very.
it's not usable, so you're gonna you marked it as wasteland and reduced it. Okay, fair.
So, when did you do that?
Right?
Okay, that's not part of the damaged property report. Because you changed classification is not,
So this was to try to show the percentage. Cause how else were we gonna show that percentage? So
Yeah.
we draw it on the,
percentage of loss or,
Yeah, read
So
that,
to
yeah.
be on
read this.
show me what it's.
tiny yellow tab, it
Thumbing through here.
basically defines what damaged real property means and what qualifies.
So that's the attempt to show the percentage.
And this is just on improvements.
Nope.
Improvements or land or parcel.
So that's why I say like these are different and it's not necessarily me, here's my recommendation. That's not exactly how these work. It's more, we have that
This
sheet
is
in
the
attempt to
fact.
show you.
Yeah, that would
What
be
it
like
is.
the difference.
Yeah. Does that make more sense?
I think the one that had the 10% change, right?
Mm-hmm.
That showed me that dam.
2608.
So the twos,
I
I think
that's
so too.
this one, that's the one down by the, sorry, mine aren't very organized. That's the big one that we did at the bottom.
Okay,
This is all the
So-
same up here, and then that's the big deal.
so the 10% one, it's on the north side of the property. That is the two draws from the Grim that got burnt the worst and the washout from those
Those
areas.
pictures, I saw those
Mhm.
pictures.
And
Yep.
so not on that particular, and that's that, dam that they built through the program, the the Horns did or the Grims did, I can't remember. But they built that dam and both those draws not only come from the Huffman where the road is, the gap, it also comes from the Grim and it comes down, but it has two draws from the Grim that come down and the big draw from the Huffman come down and it meets right there. That's why that is so.
And if you guys have a different way to figure if it exceeds the 20%, you're more than welcome. This was just my attempt to show what the.
Your recommendation?
I don't know if I necessarily have one for these situations.
This is a hard one. And I understand.
This isn't,
So
go ahead.
what evidence do we have that has changed the valuation of land? Because that's what this hinges on. We're here to equalize the land based on somebody's recommendation, doesn't have to be yours, an appraiser or something that says, if I sold this land today, it would be worth 20% less. And I hear no evidence of that. I understand, I'm in the same boat with all my ground. I've got 7 cows out there grazed. The whole point is that it did not change. If you were to sell it today, it would be more or less what it's always been.
Not to diminish what anybody's going through either, and especially you, Paula. But because of my position and what we did on the other ones, I feel like my recommendation, if I'm supposed to have one in this situation, needs to be no change, because that's what I've done for everybody. But we do have the showings. And like I said, if you think there's another way to figure it, you're more than welcome. These are tricky.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd also point out that the instructions for, I guess those are instructions from the Department of Revenue, says loss of crops and or livestock are not considered damage to real property. Essentially, in grazing land, losing the ability to have enough grass to effectively graze is not covered under damaged real property.
What they focused on in the webinar that I watched was, and this kind of centered around the fires too, if there was enough loss to grass that it created washouts and erosions, and
Sure.
that's kind of what they focused on there.
The fences are real property though, correct? Damage to those? I don't know how you could help not have damage to those. You have pictures there.
We don't place value on fences for valuation purposes. Or I know we don't place value on fences for valuation purposes. I know they do hold value, but we don't.
You don't tax for the value.
No.
Got it.
It's part of the real property.
There should be in your binders, the bigger pictures that I had copied. Those were kind of the areas that I had Paula point out to me on mapping, which is really the dams for the most part, where you can just see that there's a lot of buildup from all the drainage off the hills and stuff that it's not gonna be very usable until it dries up in, you don't know how long, but
And even when it dries up, it's still gonna be,
a mess.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, the one dam from the 2020 fire in the Grim didn't have any growth even this year. And now there's more on top of that. Okay, I guess thistles are growth, but gee.
Further refer to the Department of Revenue saying that standing water for rainfall does not always impact the use of the parcel or cause significant damage to the property. Those dams are designed to catch excess water, and every year they do, quite frankly. So that water will be gone, and it may already be, or 30 days will be gone. It's not significant.
It's the debris left over.
I know, and that's what they looked at in Morrill County on some levels, the amount of debris which covers the land. But ultimately, that long-term, that's a benefit, not a detriment.
Just amazed me how much the hills moved through these storms. They physically moved.
Yep. We had a lot more rain than you had, trust me.
Huh?
We had a lot more rain than you had.
Well, you could share a little bit.
Well, neighbor had 3.5 inches, but we didn't have quite that much. The draws ran like they were 3.5 inches, so.
Did you inspect this property, Casey?
We didn't drive around to everything, just because like I told other people, I'm not gonna drive through dry pastures. But we did drive on the county road, and then we drove up to one of the dams.
On the bigger pictures, there are pictures from 6/22, the day of the storm, and then the next one should be the day that Casey and I went and saw the property, which was 7/15. This shows obviously there's still standing water and damage, but
So your recommendation is no change? Correct?
That's how I treated everybody else. But like I said, these ones are a little different, so if you have a different. I hate saying that. I understand it's a bad situation.
I have to try though.
Well,
I wouldn't
That's
be
what the
doing
process is
my,
for.
yeah, I wouldn't be doing my family justice.
And I thank you for coming in and talking with us.
Because, we're not normal. Those fires are still lasting.
Still on, yeah. Yeah, I believe it. I get it. The amount of debris and wash down, everything that goes with it.
Yeah.
The fact a draw or a dam base is not raisable, that probably is something that really should be reclassified at some time somewhere, like there's something that really, I think we all deal with some dams on our property. So,
If you wanna think on it and if you wanna come out and look, I can drag you around too.
What do you wanna do?
well, I would make a motion to, I'd make a motion to deny it based upon our assessor's recommendation of no change.
I would second.
I'm sorry.
No, I understand.
It's been moved and seconded to deny protest,
Thank you guys. And lady.
by Terry Paul Brown Living Trust, Paul Brown,
We tried.
and go with the assessor's recommendation?
Yes.
Is that how you
You
did it?
need to read all the parcel numbers in there. Probably.
Want that as part of my motion.
Probably.
I need to go back and restate.
Your call.
Let me restate my motion, please. I'd make a motion to accept the assessor's recommendation of no change on parcel number 4,015-14, 4,017-33, 4,014-07, 4,014-15, 4,014-31, 4,014-74, 1,014-90, 4,015-20, 4,015-55, 4,016-87, 4,016-96, 4,025-51, 4,025-95, 4,026-08, 4,027-21, 4,027-48, and 4,027-22.
Give it a second, that amendment, Dawn.
Yes. I'm still
Just
busy with
another check.
that. I do have a question. What was the last
Hold
number
on
you
just a
read?
second, let me do this. We have a motion and a second to accept the assessor's recommendation on the parcels as read by Mr. Anderson. Any further discussion? Okay, Don.
What was the last parcel number you read?
For 2772.
4,027-72.
I have 78.
oh, yeah, that was, yeah. The parcel number was spelled in incorrectly on that one. I just matched the legal description with the proper parcel number, so it should match.
Is it 8 or 2?
Two.
Okay.
Sorry.
Note that.
Any further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
John,
Yes.
Robin,
Yes.
Ray,
Yes.
Sorry, Paula. It's okay. It was worth a chance. We feel your pain.
We do.
That's
We're all going through the same
It sucks.
All right, next protest, Tim and Carol Gifford.
This was filed on the house off of 88 West that had the fire around the beginning of the year. Unfortunately, it was postmarked the 16th and not the 15th, which is the deadline.
So that's thing, like,
That's, yep. Okay, no action?
I would say no action, or it's not. Like, we can't act on it if it was not received in the proper.
I don't know if you deny it or if you,
I would go to
You
action.
would deny that if it's a no action.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
So now, no action on Tim and Carol Gifford as it was received after the deadline, postmarked after the deadline, these were due. Okay, you two have any further discussion on that?
I do not.
I actually have a question, and I don't think this affects it, but the postmark is North Platte.
to whatever post office it goes through first. So like if you send it from here, it's postmarked here.
I thought the postmark was North Platte.
Oh, you mean the one on it? Okay.
So, given the fact it takes more than a day
Day to
typically
get
to
to
get to North Platte,
If you went and mailed something here though, it would be ran through and postmarked.
I would think so.
they were postmarked. It,
Regardless, that's the date we have to go by, I mean,
That's the only.
but I see where you're going with
Right.
that.
We can
I
call
just-
It was probably sent in timely, but it was probably in transit for too long.
Do they post this Harrisburg postmark here and then send to North Platte?
I thought it got posted here in just Portsmouth North Platte, because that's like one of the hubs that everything gets sent
North
to.
Platte's a hub.
the envelope's been copied and it says North Platte.
Want me to call Mandy and see how the process works?
No, because it doesn't matter, we have to go off the postmark regardless of where it's at, in my mind.
I agree.
But that would be a good,
Well,
something to pass on to our people. If you mail it here, it may take a day delay.
I'm gonna mail something to myself today and see.
I
what it
agree.
says.
To make people know.
If you're gonna do this, be timely about it.
Yeah.
Or drive 22 miles and turn it in yourself.
You could do that.
I did it.
That's true that.
Oh shit, it's the 15th.
Do you have any more on the protest hearing?
Do not.
Casey, do you have any more on the protest hearing? No. All right, we will close the protest hearing at 9:01. Item 6, public comments. Banner County Board of Equalization will receive public comments on items discussed at this meeting or suggestions for items of discussion at a future Banner County Board of Equalization meeting. The board will not act and/or respond to comments presented on this date. You will have 3 minutes after stating your name and address for the public record. Do we have any public comments? All right, Banner County Board of Equalization adjourns at 9:01.